Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys, and in today's video guys we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Crystal Palace guys, at home at Old Trafford guys. And yes guys, the new era has started under Ralf Rangnick as well. I'm looking forward to how this will turn out within the 6 months to the end of the season. Thought it was a good performance by the players, performance that we've been looking for, you know, for a long time as well. The difference it makes, a new manager balance now as well, with high press, high energy, high tempo, high intensity, better ball control now. It was one of those games, I thought it was a tight and tactical game, and we got the job done against a very good Crystal Palace side. We got the job done, got the 3 points. It was a must-win game. All in all, we got a clean sheet as well, which is very positive. Getting into the game now, we made an unchanged team from the last game against Arsenal. Talking about the starting 11, so we started with De Gea, Dalot, Lindelof, Maguire, Telles, McTominay, Fred, Fernandes, Sancho, and Ronaldo and Rashford. Getting into the overall reaction now, Fred fires Rangnick to debut Man United win. Man United win under Rangnick. Yes. Get in. Super Ralf gets his first win. It was a tight and tactical game. What a win, what a result. It was a tough game, but we got there in the end. I thought the first 32 minutes was unbelievable. High press, high energy, high tempo, high intensity. We kept playing the forward pass. Defending was really good. We were well organised. We should have killed the game off in the first half. We dropped off in the second half. We got lucky. We got frustrated as the game went on. The substitutions needed to make an impact. Palace were well organised. Fred, take a bow, son. We controlled and dominated the game. What a difference it makes with a new manager. The decision making was key. The game management was good. I enjoyed that game. There's more to come. We deserved the win. First half great. Second half good. Overall good performance. Win done, 3 points done, and clean sheet done. Anyway guys, let's get straight into today's video. What did I make of the performance? I thought it was a good performance all round. You could say it was a good or great performance by those players, because I think that's a performance that we've been looking for a long time. With the new manager coming in now, Ralf Rangnick, he's got the players playing now. I like the system, I like the style of play. I also like the system that he goes with the 4-2-2-2. I've always wanted to know how that 4-2-2-2 works. I'm slightly getting there with it, but bear with me with that formation because I'm not used to that formation. But I thought it was a solid performance by the players, a good performance all round from the players, a performance that we've been wanting in a long time. I think best performance I've seen since Ollie's left the club by far. Really good performance by the players. You couldn't ask more, to be honest. They did their job in the first half an hour. Especially, I thought the first half an hour was just brilliant from those players. In a game like this, we knew that we had to stay in the game, be patient as well. What a win and what a result it was for us. Those games where, you know, it was a very tight and tactical game. We high press, high energy, high tempo, high intensity. Kept playing that forward pass. But Ralf doesn't like seeing players playing the backward pass or seeing square passing. He wants to see, you know, the forward passing, and he wants to demand that now from the players. I think you're going to see a different Man United now, for sure, from now to the end of the season. You're going to see a complete different Man United that we've not seen in a long time. Going to definitely get the best out of these players. Do a really good game, really good performance by the players. I thought the defending was really good at times, well organised as well. We should have killed the game off though in the first half, I felt like. We dropped off a little in that second half, and I thought if we could have maintained it for the full 90 minutes, we could have got a really good result. I think it could have been 2-3-0, and there was definitely more goals. It was just one of those games where we got frustrated. We would have took our chances on another day. It would have been more. At the end of the day, good performance by the players. They're going to be pleased with that performance. Palace playing well at the minute under Patrick Vieira, got them playing well. You know, they've lost, I think that's 3 games now on the bounce. I thought we controlled and dominated the game really well. What a difference it makes with a new manager as well. Getting into the game now, I thought the first half kicked off. The game had kicked off. I thought United got on the front foot. High press, high energy, high tempo, high intensity. We were aggressive, we were ruthless, kept playing that forward pass. You could see all around them on the front foot, creating chances. Like I said, on another day, if we would have took our chances, it would have been more. It was slightly frustrating because I thought we had the better chances, we just couldn't take our chances. I felt like we all around them for the first half an hour. First half an hour was unbelievable from the players. The best half an hour I've seen from Man United. You know, we maintained it for a good half an hour in the game. It's just a shame we couldn't maintain it for the 90 minutes. And considering we had a game on a Thursday night against Arsenal, we were struggling a little bit in the game. But I thought it was a very good first half performance. First half an hour was fantastic. I thought controlled the game really well. We had about over 60% of possession. control dominated the game in the first half, definitely for sure. And then I just thought Palace came into the game a little bit towards the end of the first half. They had a brief 5-10 minutes, but United defended well, stayed in the game, still patient, well to keep organised, and defending was really good. Can't fault that defending. I thought the defending was really good. I think Ralf has got to take a pat on the back there after having only one training session, a 45-minute session as well. So first half was good. We created the chances, they just didn't come our way. We're not clinical, but on another day, I think we would have scored more goals. Should have killed the game off in the first half, but we didn't. And it's still a learning curve. There's more to come at the end of the day. And I think in the second half, I thought Palace had a better start, to be honest, but I don't really think they did that much. I just think they had better possession. I think Palace were trying to show a bit of pride, a bit of passion about them as well. Try to show a bit more ambition as well. On getting on the front foot. I think Palace had one or two chances here and there, but I just think United controlled and dominated the game. We dropped off a little bit. The energy levels were just not there, which is understandable after playing on Thursday. So, yeah, I mean, after playing on Thursday, then you're playing on Sunday again. It's tough, and it's tough going because you're trying to say to these players, try and stay in the game as long as you can, and then when you get the chance, score on the chance that you get. So, I thought in the second half, I think we got lucky in the second half, but I'm not going to say we were that lucky. I don't think it was a shit performance or anything. It was a good performance. We just got slightly lucky in that second half, and we got our deserved goal. And I thought we kept pushing, and it was just a little bit of that, cutting edge, that little bit of quality in the final third that we needed. And Fred just absolutely scored a screamer. What a goal it was to go 1-0 up, and you can only see one goal in it as well. So I thought it was a fantastic game all round, and brilliant game at the end of the day. You can't ask for more, and it was just one of those performances where we wanted to go out there, express ourselves, and we wanted to, it was a must-win game against Palace. We couldn't really afford to drop points, and it was a tight and tactical game. I thought the tactics were brilliant as well by Ralf Rangnick as well, and we're coming good. I think we just need a little bit more time, and I think give us a few weeks. I think we'll be really hitting it off, and I think these players, they like the way how he plays. I think obviously with the high press as well that he wants to see from the players, and I think the players will adapt, and I think they will sort of find a way through at the end of the day, and I think they will get something, and I think we will end up in the top four, and they'll end up in a position at the end of the day after the season finishes in a well-deserved position. And obviously I think we're just looking now of getting top four now, getting that final Champions League spot, and I think that's our aim now to the end of the season. Try and get that. I think it'll be a good season, and try and get some silverware as well. Still got the FA Cup and the Champions League, so all to play for. But I thought the game overall was fantastic. First half especially, first half an hour was unbelievable. Just energy levels had just dropped off a little bit, and that goal, we just needed that little bit of quality, that little bit of cutting edge to get that goal. We created a bit of space. Fred saw that space, great vision, scores the goal, and we get our deserved goal to go 1-0 up. We sealed it out, no mistakes defensively. We kept it tight, and compact, and we got our well-deserved win at the end of the day. Good win against a well-organised team in Crystal Palace. It was a tight and tactical game from start to finish, but we got there in the end, and we got what we fully deserved. Why haven't we been able to play like that from the start of the season? We have had games this season where we've gone into them and we've won the game. I have to give my respect to Ollie over winning the games, our respective game where we've needed to win them. Like the opening game of the season against Leeds United, brilliant win against Newcastle, slightly going off a little bit of the boil against Liverpool, City, Watford, going on a tough run of form. But I think Ollie got some brilliant wins as well, which you have to take into consideration as well. So I'm not saying it's been a poor season so far. Just think we've underestimated teams, gone in with the wrong mindset, the wrong mentality. The body language is just not right. The attitude is just not right. We've just gone out there, tried to think it was an easy game, and we've got absolutely spanked. We've got our pants pulled down. I think you've got to respect Ollie for where the games were won at the end of the day. But I just think during that bad patch, you're just thinking, well, why can we not play like that? And why does it take a new manager to come in and say, this is what we're going to do, lads, this is what we have to do. We have to have better ball control going forwards. I want us to be more aggressive. I want to play with more aggression. I want us to be ruthless. I want us to have better control and dominate these games and try and score 2-3 goals and bury these teams to bed. I think that's what Ralf Rangnick's looking for. I just think, give us time, we will see that progression in the team. I'm not going to go hard in this team. I know we've not been great in certain games. I think we're finding our feet a little bit more now. We're finding our form now. Ralph's got his feet under the ground now, and this is how he wants to go with things. I hope the players follow his guide now to the end of the season now and trust it. We've got to believe in ourselves, go out there, win every single game. If they don't go our way, they don't go our way. All I'm going to say is respect to Ollie where the games were won. We will get better under Ralf Rangnick. During that bad patch, obviously that's gone now. Players didn't play for the manager. We've got a new manager in now, a new manager bounce, and here we go. Second half of the season now. We're going to be getting our whereabouts now. We want to push on, shock some teams now as well. The first 30 minutes of the game we looked like a complete different team. It's a shame we couldn't really maintain it for the full 90 minutes because the players looked tired after playing on Thursday night. Is that down to a new manager bounce, or is it just better coaching? I think it's a bit of both, to be honest, because whenever you get a new manager bounce, players start playing for the new manager. The manager comes in with fresher ideas, better tactics, better game plans. This is the way how he wants his team to play. Better control, which Ralf wants to see as well from the team. Wants to see the width coming from his fullbacks as well. We want to be aggressive. We want to be ruthless. We want to have better control, and we want to control and dominate games as well. I think it's just a bit of everything because a new manager comes in with better ideas, better tactics. Also comes in with better coaching staff as well. He's adding 2 or 3 guys to his coaching staff. They're gonna pick on a few little things as well that they'll want this team to definitely improve on going forwards, and obviously having some tough games as well where we can get a little bit more out of them as well. I think it's a bit of both. Always see a bit of both. When a new manager comes in, you get that new manager bounce, and it's also better coaching at the same time that's applied to these players and they start playing for the new manager. It's a bit of both if you ask me. Who is my man of the match? This is going to be a tough one. I thought there were some fantastic players. I had a fantastic game. I thought Day had a really good game, to be honest. Made a few brilliant saves as well. Delo was really good. I thought Lindelof was good. Maguire was good. 2 centre-backs solid. Tadder's playing really well now. I thought Fred was really good. You know, he's turned it on the last few weeks. McTominay, thought he was good. Bruno was good. Sancho was really good as well. I thought Ronaldo was good. I think Rashford was just a little bit off the pace again. I'm going to give this Fred. I think Fred's he's been on a different planet. Just deserves it at this moment in time. So well done to Fred. Deserves the man of the match. Putting in some real good performances in the last few weeks. Deserves it. Well done. How do we beat Norwich City? Now obviously we've got Norwich in our next upcoming game on the weekend. I think coming into this game now against Norwich are this team this season where had a really, really poor start to the season. I think we all know that they're going to get relegated at the end of the day. All 3 of the teams in the relegation zone, they're on the same points. Norwich, they're this team now this season where they've just been this team where they're making too many mistakes, too many errors, can't learn from them. Gone through a manager where it hasn't worked out this season. They've ended up sacking him because they've not been performing at the standards where they should be at. They've brought in a manager now with Premier League knowledge, with Premier League experience. That's going to give them a new manager bounce now. I think Norwich will come into this game thinking, well, this is our opportunity to beat Man United. Dean Smith's unbeaten as well, at home this season as well. Players are playing for this manager now. They really want to prove people wrong. So I think Norwich will try and treat this as their FA Cup final. They always do. They always turn it up against Man United, so I expect Norwich to turn up in this fixture. I mean, last time round we beat them, I think it was like 3-1, 4-1. I thought we blew Norwich away, got a well-deserved win when they were last in the Premier League. But like I just said then, Norwich, you know, they've already changed their managers. You know, I just think they're defensively vulnerable as well. You know, conceding too many goals, 7 to Chelsea, 3 to Tottenham. You know, I think they conceded 3 to Liverpool. It's just a nightmare. You know, they're defensively vulnerable. We've got to be attacking them at the end of the day. But I think Dean Smith's come in and he's got them to be well drilled now. I think sometimes, a lot of the time defensively, they just don't show desire to close down. Defensively, I just think they're too wide open as well, and I think, in games as well, they just look clueless. I think the players look clueless. They just don't know what they're doing. They don't have a plan B as well, but they also can be good on their day. And I think, they'll look to this fixture and say, if we can turn up and perform for a full 90 minutes and, defensively frustrate United, we could potentially get a good result. So I think we've got to be switched on at all times. We've got to be concentrated and got to stay focused and defend properly as well. But we've got to definitely defend properly in a game like this. We've got to be sharp. I think we've got to try be quick 1-2 passing. We want to I think we're going to see this a lot more often now in our games. We're going to be being more direct in our play as well. We want to try and create the spaces, attack the spaces, capitalise on their mistakes, because they make a lot of mistakes, heap of mistakes as well. Be aware of that. But if we score a goal, we've got to be aware of a reaction as well. The set pieces could definitely come into play. Make the right runs in the right channels. The quality in the final third needs to be there. Got to control and dominate the game, which I think Ralf will want to see. We've got to make the right runs, we've got to make the runs in from behind. Norwich, they'll be there for the taking. Don't underestimate them as well. We've got to be ruthless. We've got to be aggressive, high intensity, high tempo, player of energy and purpose. We've got to create the chances, take our chances and be clinical. Fullbacks have got to be effective, pick out the right passes. We must defend properly on set pieces as well. Be explosive, try and open them up as well. Got to get between the lines, attack their right side of their defence. Got to be organised. Decision making will be key. Game management will be key. Don't leave any spaces or gaps open. We need to be tight and compact. Defensively frustrate Norwich. We need to have the desire to close them down. Got to be strong, committed. Got to have a quick and bright start to the game. Get an early goal will be crucial. Play with a higher line. Put the crosses into the box. Stretch them out. Playing between the lines. Don't afford to be lazy. Don't make mistakes in silly areas. Play with fight, heart, passion, pride, commitment, determination and desire. Show character and team spirit. We've got to be switched on at all times. We need to be focused and stay concentrated when they're out of position. We want to be explosive on the break. Commit men into the box. Don't be afraid to make a tackle. Be brave. Take risks. Don't give the ball away cheaply. And the midfield needs to close them down. And I'm expecting a very good game against Norwich, and they will put up a fight, definitely, for sure. And we've got to be aware of that fight as well. Getting to the goals now. First goal, Maguire passed the ball to Lindelof. Lindelof passed the ball to Ronaldo. Ronaldo passed the ball to Delot. Delot finds Greenwood. Greenwood plays ball back to Fred. Fred shoots and scores an absolute cracker for 1-0. Getting to the stats now. Possession for Man United, it was 61.3%. For Crystal Palace, it was 38.7%. Goals for Man United, it was 1, and for Crystal Palace, it was 0. Total shots for Man United, it was 16, and for Crystal Palace, it was 8. Shots on target for Man United, it was 3, and for Crystal Palace, it was 2. Shot accuracy for Man United, it was 18.8%, and for Crystal Palace, it was 25%. Shots inside the box for Man United, it was 8, and for Crystal Palace, it was 4. Shots outside the box for Man United, it was 8, and for Crystal Palace, it was 4. Total passes for Man United, it was 530 passes. For Crystal Palace, it was 331 passes. Pass accuracy for Man United, it was 82.3%. For Crystal Palace, it was 71.3%. Getting into the substitutions now, Sancho went off for Greenwood. Talking about Jadon's performance. Prompt, incessantly, tracked back, detachedly, contributed to some of the openings and was unfortunate to be hooked first. Rashford went off for Elanga. Talking about Marcus' performance, occasionally productive in the first half, but wasted good opening and Sancho laid the ball off to him. Should have come off earlier. Fernandes went off for Van der Beek. Talking about Bruno's performance, too impatient too often with the ball, and that visibility waxed Rangnick. The bold move would have been to substitute Fernandes for Donny van der Beek. Next up, we've got Norwich. Norwich are 20th in the table. Like I just said then, I think Norwich will come into this game thinking there's something up for grabs here. 3 points are up for grabs here. If we turn up and if we perform at our best, we definitely get something out of this against Man United. We already know coming into this game, Brandon Williams won't be available for this game as he's on loan at Norwich, so he won't be able to play against Man United. That's a player that will be definitely out for this game. I think coming into this game, I think United into this game with confidence, with momentum, It's a must-win game against Norwich. Norwich vulnerable defensively, the two open defensively. We've had a change in managers already. Obviously, we've seen that manager bounce already with Norwich as well, so their players are now playing for the new manager. They're obviously unbeaten as well at home with Dean Smith, but we've got to go there. We've got to have to make sure we prepare well for this game. We don't really have much time to prepare for this game against Norwich, but we've got to go in with the right mindset, the right mentality. We've got to prepare well for a fixture like this against Norwich. I think we want to try and stay in the game as long as we can. We want to try and defensively frustrate Norwich as well. We've got to go there, control and dominate the game. We want to be aggressive, on the front foot, play with aggression, got to be ruthless. We want to create the chances and take our chances and scoring our chances, which is going to be key in a game like this against Norwich. And Norwich are not scoring many goals this season as well. Norwich will be there for the taking. We've got to just bear that in mind as well. We don't want to take this game lightly. Norwich, they want to try and get a performance from somewhere, and we've got to be aware of that as well. We've got to perform well. We've got to turn up, perform for a full 90 minutes, and if we turn up and perform for a full 90 minutes, we'll get a well-deserved win, and we'll come away with the 3 points and the victory. I'd like to see a clean sheet against Norwich, definitely, for sure. Norwich is scoring 0.5 goals per game. Norwich are conceding 2.1 goals per game. Yep, like I just said then. Defensively vulnerable. Norwich have won 2, drawn 4 and lost 9. They've lost at Liverpool 3-0, Man City 5-0, Leicester 2-1, Arsenal 1-0, Watford 3-1, Everton 2-0, Chelsea 7-0, Leeds 2-1 and Tottenham 3-0. Dean Smith hasn't lost the game at home yet, and we've just got to go there, spoil the party and get Dean Smith's first loss at home this season. Got to be aggressive, got to show aggression, and we've got to be ruthless, make those runs in from behind and make them uncomfortable as well. And when they're uncomfortable, they don't like it. Go and penetrate it, and they'll make mistakes as well. Norwich City have the worst defence in their league as well. The players to look out for is Krul, Aarons, Gibson, Hanley, Kabak, Rupp, Gilmore, Cantwell, Rashinka, McLean, Pucky, Sargent and Ida. Hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.